inside the National Assembly. Honorable Billy, we will be talking with GTV Africa as regards to the workings of Public Accounts Committee as well as Constitutional Review Committee. Let's pay attention and listen to Honorable Billy in the House. But now is to say we have Honorable Billy in the House, but it's not always good to have details as regard to the committee sitting in the National Assembly. Your name?
Yes, I'm Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawa. I represent the good people of Oyon the Federal Constituency of Edo State, a very proud Benin chief.
I always love when you say you're very proud Benin, from Benin.
Yes.
And you want me to be thinking as if I'm not proud of where I'm coming from. But notwithstanding, that's nice. Everyone from Benin are always proud of Benin.
Yes.
Oba Atokpe. Yes. You, in the committee sitting of public accounts today, you moved motion against Inland Revenue, Federal Inland Revenue, FCT, and asked them to come back in a date that the whole house will have enough time to take them. Why that?
Well, we have rules, standing rules, in the house, in the committees as well. But lately we found out some of these rules they've been broken by a lot of these NDAs, and in that aspect of trying to ambush us, with submissions, and I felt that wasn't right, and I've moved some few times. That is not something that's acceptable, to us as members, and I see that a lot of these NDAs, they still flaunt those rules. And I just felt today, one of those days where I had to put my feet on ground, to move that motion. And moreover, I actually peeped at the submission they brought, and I saw some very weighty, queries, from the Office of the Auditor General. So, and I felt some of these ambush, had to do with things that are really deliberate and intentional for us not to, as members of the committee, not to have time to peruse those documents. So I just felt we needed time, to look at those documents in details because of some of those queries. Those were not just things we could just let go like that. So that was what was responsible for that.
What's your experience like in other committees, especially Constitutional Review, as regard to federal revenue and others, as regard to revenue generally?
Well, I'm sure you are aware that the Office of the Auditor General has not been one office that has been well funded. For what reasons, we don't know, but this 10th Assembly, we actually brought about a change and moved a bill, number one, to make sure there was a substantive, DG for that office, or chairman, and there was enough money, actually pushed in the budget so they can be truly independent because of the role they play. Because at the end of the day, the Office of the Auditor General is the one that will let us really know, what is happening, when it comes to the ministries, the NDAs generally, when it comes to accountability. So we felt that bill was something we needed to push, and we did that. And now that office is well funded, and we, of course, that is the only office that reports to the public account when it comes to what is happening out there with the government ministries and parastatals, when it comes to transparency and accountability. So the Office of Auditor General is very important in whatever we do. So again, we are here to do our job as members of the Public Account Committee.
Last year, 2024, Public Account Committee carried out a lot of activities. What can you say about activities of Public Accounts 2024?
Well, I'm sure you still remember that public account was voted as #1 committee for the year 2024, and the chairman actually took that award because the committee deserved it. But we work, around the clock to see that we right the wrongs, and a lot of things are wrong, with us, in the country, especially when it has to do with the MDAs. So the chairman, who leads the team, is very diligent, and you cannot actually expect anything less from the members like us. So we call ourselves the Strike Force. We are very serious with our job. When it comes to committee meetings, we don't joke with it. And 2024 was the year where, we had to do a lot of sittings and actually oversighted a lot of MDAs. And now I think working with the Auditor General's office, we've been able to prosecute a lot of cases, especially when it has to do with public transparency and accountability. So I think we are expecting to do better in 2025.
And that's what I want to ask. That's
yes.
What are we expecting in 2025?
Oh, yes. Last year, 2024, we didn't do a lot of subcommittees, But this year, we've started with a lot of subcommittees because things that will not slow us down. When it looks like a case is taking a long time, then the chairman sets up a subcommittee to handle that differently so that the committee itself can still function. So there's a lot that is coming up, this year. And with the momentum we have right now, I think we might actually double, what we did in 2024 this year.
What should we expect from Honorable Bello?
Well, just who I am. I try to be very thorough. I try to ask the right questions. I try to be very prudent in what I do, whatever role they want me to play. And I'm one of those people that really want to go down and really know what the issues are. And you see, I've always been a proponent of NDAs submitting their submissions at least 72 hours, according to our standing rules. 72 hours before we take them, so that we have time to, if you look at my desk right now, you always find a lot of those submissions. I take my time to peruse, so that when I ask my questions, I want to make sure I'm asking the right questions. So I know a lot of our people they are not too used to this, but some of us, we just have to do these things so that others can actually copy from us, because it's a good thing you want to emulate. And that is what I think I am doing, with some other few members. I'm not sure a lot of them used to look at these things as things that matter. But some few of them have been approaching me lately, like, yes, they like the way I operate. I just don't come for people to bamboozle. I do my homework, before I come to the committee meeting. So that's why you see that most of the time I ask those very, very probing questions.
Questions that makes them to shake.
Exactly.
As if
so
they are on hot seat.
Yes, we are supposed to put them on hot seat, and it's not like we are winch hunting anybody. We're just doing our job because we are the people's representatives. So you come to do your job, do it well. Anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. So, and I know some of these guys mistakenly come to us thinking we are too lazy, to read documents. But I think we are proving them wrong.
That's why they come with blank papers.
Yes, exactly, and they still refer us to those pages, which is very insulting. That how can you come to me and you refer me to a blank page, thinking I would never even bother to check it. And so you see, I'm sure that is what they are used to. Like they look at us like we are too lazy to do our job. But one other thing I want to tell you, I think with the Constitutional Review Committee right now, a lot of things are changing too, because we just came back from Uyo, and I think there was a bill there that was really being pushed, aggressively. Nigerians really want whatever Auditor General's office is bringing out, they want it to be public. So that's why you see some of us, we are really pushing out to see that those kind of bills go through, and let Nigerians really know what is happening. And because we are the people's representatives, so we always preach for transparency. Let Nigerians know where the real issues are, not with us. Any little thing they think the National Assembly is their problem. So I think being able to push some of those bills through, I think a lot of them will change, and that will change their own perspective, how they see us.
On national constitutional review, yes, how will you rate the activities of Constitutional Review Committee of National Assembly together with its leadership?
Oh, well, I think the Deputy Speaker is doing very well. Doing very well. I think we just came back from Uyo and we're able to consider more than 250 bills, in 2 days. That's a lot. And he's very, very hardworking, and because of that attitude of hard work, so the members like us, we are always there, to support him. And what's the use if we are here to represent the people? We are not able to attend to a lot of those bills, and there's no use. So we are here to change the narrative. So if our constitution is not working, as well as we love it to, then what do? We go for amendments, and those are the things we are doing now, considering those bills, especially when you have to amend the constitution. That is all about listening to the people, because times are changing, so we have to change with the time.
One of the things that I'm sure is before the Constitutional Review Committee is the issue of a reserved seat for women, as majority are clamoring that a seat should be reserved for them.
Yes.
Do you think this will intimidate men? And how do you think this one will go?
Well, it was one of those bills we considered, and we already agreed it should go for public hearing. So it's something I think we should give Nigerians the opportunity to contribute to. I understand, going by global best practices and what is popular out there. Yes, we think Nigeria is not doing that well. As somebody that moved that motion of 35% affirmative action, I truly believe our women should be given, more seats. But how we're going to do it, maybe we need to work on those details. But again, we have considered it and it's going for public hearing. And I think at the end of the day, if we have more women, giving more room to participate, I think it will make us a better country.
Thank you so much. Other times we come to your way to ask and find out things, details. Thank you. You're on to GTV Africa. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page.
Thank you very much.
You so much.